Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi from the Maltese Stitcher. Today I'm going to bring you another unboxing from Fansells, and any special offers or discounts which Fansells and myself have are listed in the description box below. So today I have 4 cross stitch kits to show you, both counted and also stemmed from Fansells. And let's start with the first one. So this is a Harry Potter sampler. It's from Yishu. It comes with instructions on the pattern itself, and this is the pattern. It comes with 27 colors, not that much. Since it's a sampler, we don't expect a lot of colors, because the background is all white, and it is 48 centimeters wide by 48 centimeters high. The total amount of stitches would be 182 stitches wide by 182 stitches height. It's pretty soluble, it's pretty durable. Don't get the pattern wet, because you'll end up not having a pattern to follow. It comes also with a toolkit. It has around 5 to 6 needles, a poof ball, needle threader, and a thimble. And we have a butterfly as our enamel on our Ziploc bag. So moving on to the canvas. So it's pretty stiff as a canvas. It would get really hard to get it on a frame. On a hoop, because I have one which is pretty similar to this kind of canvas, and on a hoop it barely fits. So I suggest that you use a Q-snap or a frame for it. It's blank because it's a counted cross stitch. It is, if I'm not mistaken, 11 count, and these are the colors which we will be having. As you can see, it's serged around the edges. The serging is goes through the numbers, the color numbers, but it's still pretty readable, so it's fine. And as you can see, we have new symbols which I haven't seen on other canvases, which is pretty good. So I assume that once we start working on it, the symbols would not interfere with each other. If I have a look at the canvas again, hopefully we would see. Let's get this, for example. It's very readable, very readable, and no symbols next to each other which are going to be questionable for. So we have a lot of color blocking, so it's pretty good and would be easy to stitch. Moving on to the colors. So where is here? So since we have 27 colors, we expect few floss drops, so it comes on floss drops cards. It comes with a rubber band, so everything is tied nicely. As you can see, we have a lot of this mint white color, very light mint, which would be our background. And we have a lot of light blues, baby pinks, red, grays, blacks, reds, golds, salmon colors. The colors are going to be pretty colorful once we start stitching on it and as an end result. So that's our first canvas. You will be seeing the second, the picture of the second video, of the second cross stitch, sorry, on the video, so that I'll get the other one. So this is it came as a free kit, because with a certain amount of money that you spend on cross stitch kits, you would get one free. So this is my free kit. It's pretty cartoonish, not one which I usually go for, but it's still, I can see that it would be very adventurous to stitch on. It comes with an instruction leaflet on the pattern itself, and it's a pretty big pattern to follow from. I can see also the detail where everything is going to come on the stitch, on the canvas, and it's pretty readable as well. So if I just get a sample of it to show you, it's pretty readable. I can see that this is her face, and I assume that here it would be exactly her eyes. However, I would have expected some sort of more detail on the eyes. However, having said that, I can see what is going on her face. I would expect myself to start either on the eyes or on the face itself to see whether I would have the same detail on here. So it comes with 42 colors, so we're going to have that detail. So I assume we're going to have the detail that we are hoping for when it comes to this picture. It comes also with a toolkit. We have a needle threader, a thimble, 5 to 6 needles, and a poof bar to hold your needles in. I'm going to move on the canvas. So this is a stamped canvas. It's not that stiff as the other one, so when you try to cram it in your hands, it would you would be able to stitch in hand if you would prefer to stitch in hand. It comes with the size is 50 by 65 centimeters and 191 stitches wide by 256 stitches height, and it is an 11 count. So I would expect to stitch the reds first. We have a lot of red symbols. For example, here you would see we have a lot of reds together, so I would suggest that you would do the reds first and then stitch the rest after, to avoid any problems. It is serged around the edges. It is better than the previous one because the serging doesn't go through the numbers of the colors, so you would be able to read them better. Instead of going to the pattern and see which colors you would need to stitch on. I'm going to move on to the colors. So again, it comes on floss drops. I'm trying to sort things out. Since they're on floss drops, I cannot sort them how I want to. So here we have all those 42 colors, and as hoped, we have a lot of reds, we have a lot of maroons, yellows, pinks, very vintage pinks, and of course we have blues and mints for the accessories that she has. Very nice palette and vintagey as well. Excuse me for bumping my camera. So, moving on to the third one. So, the third one is this fabulous picture. I love vintage pictures, so I was hoping to get this collection. So they have the bird, they have the carriage, they have the butterflies, and I thought that this picture with the bird and the hummingbirds and these petals, flower petals, look very gorgeous, and I thought of getting this picture. We have the instructions the same with the leaf, with the pattern, instead of having a separate leaflet. Having said that, the pattern is a bit small, not like the previous one, which is big, but we have a lot of confetti and it's very crisp as stamping on the pattern. As you can see, they are all very readable, and it is an 11 count. So I was expecting this cross stitch to come as a counted cross stitch. I'm telling you this so that shortly I will explain why I said counted. I said counted. We have 42 colors, so the last number is going to be the background, all this yellow. The rest we have barely any block stitching except for the background. So I'm expecting this project to be to turn out very good with the amount of detail that it has. I'm going to move on to the canvas to explain. So once I received the canvas, you notice that from this picture only, this picture doesn't match with the one I bought. Why did I know? From where did I notice? From the product number. They do not match. So I suggest that once you receive any cross-stitch kits, you check the product number, that it matches with the pattern, with the canvas, and also with your colors, with your threads. So what happened was I went immediately on their site, I emailed them, and in 24 hours, within 24 hours, I received an email with their apologies, and they sent me one straight away, which I'm still waiting for, and it's being shipped. So they are very helpful in that matter, and they try to respond according to the time zone where you are immediately. So the canvas, I mean, I can keep it, I can rinse it, let it rinse and get it black to use it for future projects which I have. And I found it really fishy because this was supposed to be a counted cross stitch, not stamped. So that is how I noticed that there's something wrong with it. So moving on, we have another a toolkit. The same, we have a poof ball, 5 to 6 needles, a thimble, and a needle threader. Every cross stitch kit should have that type of toolkit. Moving on to the colors. The colors are really beautiful. Really beautiful. So we have floss drops again. All these cross stitch that I've got, I have received, came all with floss drops. So it's up to you whether you want to change them, to convert them into floss cards, or keep them in this manner. I don't mind to keep them in floss drops. I prefer them that way. I just get a color, grab a color, I stitch how many I want, and then I can just grab another color when I feel like and change my floss drop. So we, as I expected, I assume, so we have a lot of vintage colors. Excuse me. So we have purples, vintage purples, green, this baby yellow, this baby pink, creams, whites for the background, pinks, reds, blues, grey, I explained, brown, dark colors, which will go very well with the picture. So I'm expecting a very good product. So these are all the colors that we will be using for this project. We have blacks. I didn't notice that there are blacks. So very good colors, and they're very good quality threads. I do not have any problems with the threads. Now moving on to my final one. I kept it for last because it's my favorite one. So you can assume how chunky it is, because it is very big, and it's one of my biggest projects. Excuse me, sorry. It's one of my biggest projects which I have bought. So you can see the picture, you can assume which picture, which kit it is. So I'm going to start with the toolkit. So since it's a big project, it's a big canvas, we have two needle kits, sorry, tool kits. I can't speak today. They are both flower petals. You can notice here. Okay. We have 5 to 6 needles in poof ball, the thimble and needle threaders in both toolkits. So I'm going to move on to the pattern. So we need to have space for this. So this is the pattern. Very, very beautiful. I can't wait to start this. It is a very beautiful picture, and all the colors which are used are fascinate me, and I am a very big Disney fan and a Harry Potter fan, as you could have imagined from the previous kits. It is an 11 count. Let me make way. Give me a chance for the reveal of how big this pattern is. Excuse me for bumping it. So once you receive it, this doesn't fit in the frame that I have. So let's start from here. I'm going to move it accordingly. I can't fit it. It's too big. It is very, very detailed. You can see and notice which character goes where. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So if you notice, the numbers, the gridding is not how I'm showing it to you. So it should be vertical, not horizontal, because you can see this is where our width is, and no, our height is, sorry, excuse me, I don't know my width and height, where they go. Goodness gracious me. So, and this is where our width is. So when you're stitching this, when you ever encounter a kit in this manner, you have to make sure, it's important that you keep your pattern in this manner and also your canvas in this manner. Why? Because if I am stitching it horizontally in this manner, my symbols are not going to match with my legend on the side of my canvas, which is very important here. If this, for example, let's take this. If this V is supposed to be in this manner, but I shifted my canvas in this manner, I'm going to see it as sort of an N, which would not, which then you would have probability difficulty in seeing which one it should be. Moving on to the surprise, we have 50 colors. Guys, I can't believe it, 50 colors in this one. I know it's a big cross stitch kit. However, I did not expect to have 50 colors, because I have a similar Disney pattern which is also big, but I have 40 colors. So when I received this one and noticed that I have 50 colors, I was very, very, very happy. Moving on to the colors, we have this packet Look how many colors we have. I'm like, oh my gosh. And we have 3 parts, so they all came in floss drops, excuse me, but we have 3 parts of colors. So let's start with the first one. So in this first part we have greens, blues, purples, yellows, very like greens, different kinds of greens, very, very, very beautiful colors. Like, it's getting me Stitch Me vibes. It's very, very beautiful. So this is part 1. We have browns. Look, we have browns, greens, very dark blues. So I'm expecting this to be a 939 or an 838. Purples, lilacs. Can't wait to start this. Second part, we have, they're all wrapped up nicely, guys. Look at this. Like, we have a rubber band to it. Like, oh my god, very bright orange, reds, again blues, pinks, different shades of blues, yellows, purples, pinks, I can't explain this, whites, very I mean, I'm still amazed. Look at this. Oh my god. Moving on to the third part. This has the most colors on the pack that it came. Again, we have a lot of greens, we have yellows, purples, golds, pinks, greens. I'm like, guys, oh my goodness, very, very beautiful kits. So I'm a bit confused because on one hand I want to start this kit, on the other I know that I have a lot of whips, so I'm going to leave it in your hands. Should I start this kit? Should I not? It's up to you, so I'm going to leave it in comments below and give me your feedback. Tell me which one you enjoyed the most from these kits. They are all beautiful. So I'm really happy with the haul that I received. Excuse me, sorry, I bumped again. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Thank you for those who support me. I really appreciate it, every single video. Comment, give me leave your feedback in the comments below. I hope you have a fantastic day and a fantastic week, on which part of the world you are. Stay safe and happy stitching.